Hi everybody, welcome to video number 2 of the table scraping using the API approach. Okay, what we want to do now is the following. We want to take a look at the logic of the last video and apply it when we write our for loop in order to extract all this data here. Okay, so as you can remember, we have extracted just one data for a certain player, right? Here it was index 0. That means we have extracted all the relevant information for a single player. And now we want to apply the logic to get access to all the information of all 100 players here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. Let me just introduce you again to my approach. First of all, I want to create a single list for each and every data point. So here we have name, then we have the age, then we have the height, right? Afterwards we have the games played, number 4, and here this is an underscore. Afterwards we have the goals, right? Goals. Then in the next step we have the points, right? Points. Number 7 are the penalty minutes. And last but not least, we have the home country. Home country. And this is actually the syntax in order to create an empty list. This is step number 1. Now in the next step, we have to write a simple for loop, okay, and loop through each and every result. As we have seen here, this is the results variable, okay, and if we take a look at the length function, we see here that all in all we have 100 results, or in our example we have 100 rows. Okay, let's go ahead and loop through all these results here. Let's go ahead and do it. So for I in results, and what we want to do is we want to append the data inside the appropriate list, which for now is empty. We start with the name, so let's say name dot append, okay, then we open up the bracket here, and now let's go ahead with the I, because this is the iteration variable. And now I want to scroll up and take a look. The logic look like this. Here we have targeted the results with the index 0 with this key element. Now we want to copy this key element, okay, and apply the logic when we loop through each and every result. Let's go ahead and take a look if this works. Run the cell. We don't see an error message. Now let's take a look at the list itself, okay, and now you see here, finally we see all the player names. This is what we want to have. So let's make use of the length function, okay, and here we have 100. This is what I wanted to achieve together with you guys. And now let's apply this logic for the remaining lists. Again, let's first of all make the comments here. This looks just better, at least in my opinion. Let's go ahead and do it. So after the height we have the games played, right? Then we have the goals. Afterwards the points. Then we have the penalty minutes. And afterwards the home country. Okay, let's go ahead, paste it here. This looks fine. And now let's apply the logic for this. So let's go ahead, h.append I, and here let's scroll up and just copy this logic from here. So copy this, scroll down, paste it here. Next one, let's make use of the height list, height.append I, scroll up and copy this key element, go back down, paste it here. Then we have a games played list dot append I, and games played, this is actually the key, copy this, and you see here this is very repetitive, and sometimes it even can get boring, but I want just to show you that once we have built our foundation, we can actually make use of this simple repetitive task in order to get access to the data which we need. Okay, goals append I, scroll up, copy this key element, go down, paste it here. Next one, we have points, right? Points dot append I, copy this key element, go back down, paste it here. Afterwards, we have penalty minutes dot append I, and this is what I want to copy, right? Paste it here. And finally, we have the home country dot append I, scroll up, and this is what we want to append. Control C, go down and paste it here. All right, this is actually it. Now let's run the cell. We don't have an error message. This is actually very good. And now in the next step, what we want to do is we want to create our pandas data frame. So as you can remember, in the first video, we have actually imported pandas, and PD is actually the alias for pandas, and this library can be used to build the pandas data frame. So let's say it's hockey underscore df, okay, hockey data frame equals to PD dot data frame. And now we have to work with key and value pairs. And in order to make life simple, here, let's go ahead, copy the name, paste it here. This is our key element, colon, paste it again here. And this is right now the value. Okay, here again, dictionary, that means we have key element and a value element. Okay, key and value pairs. Next one, what do we have? We have the age, right? Copy this, paste it here, colon, paste it again. Afterwards, we have the height, copy, then paste it here, colon, paste. Number 4 is games played. Copy games played, put it inside the quotes, colon, paste it again. So, okay. Next one is the goals. Copy goals, paste it here, colon, paste. Next one, we have points, right? Copy, paste, colon, paste again. And I know this is very boring, but we have to do it. Next one, penalty minutes. Copy this one, paste it here, colon, paste it again. And finally, we have our home country. Copy this one, paste it here, and again. Okay, maybe just one quick reminder, because we have done a lot of copy paste now. So actually, it really doesn't matter what you write here. Okay, you can actually write name if you want to. You can write it like this. Isn't a problem. The problem is, or the main point is, that the value element has to be exactly the same what you have here. All right, with the exact same spelling, because you can imagine it like this. Here we are building our heading in the data frame, and this is what we want to append to the heading. Okay, so this is the name of the heading, and this is actually the list we want to append, and the list was created here. First of all, it's empty. After the for loop, we have appended the data to it. And now we want to append all the stuff inside this heading here. Okay, so this is actually one short reminder. Let's run the cell. No error message, this is fine. And now let's take a look at the hockey data frame. And this is actually what we want to have. We have all in all 100 rows, 8 data points or 8 columns. We see the first 5 and the last 5. The remaining one is not, you can just not see it here right now inside this data frame, inside this notebook. But once we export it, you will see all the data. Okay, so I would say I can just pause the video for now. This is our data frame, and in the next step, on the next video, we are going to output this whole data frame in CSV, in Excel. Afterwards, we have the JSON file, and finally inside the SQL, sorry, not SQL, but PostgreSQL database. Okay, so thank you very much. Stay tuned, and I see you in a few moments in the next video.